So let's start with this video. But before coming that, let's introduce again ourselves. So hello guys, welcome back to Sport Beat channel. This is Pritam joining with today's guest Kushan Bhai, and another video is also being recorded by Rakshit Bhai, whose title I have not known yet. Let's see. Okay. So today, Royal Challengers Bangalore has defeated Rajasthan Royals by a huge margin of 7 wickets. This is a big victory for the Royal Challengers, and they have almost kept up position in the third on the points table. So first of all, I want to ask, I prepared the questions today.
Oh,
So let's start from the RCB batting. So after a dream start for the opening pair, Evan Lewis and Jaiswal, what actually went wrong for the Rajasthan Royals batting?
yeah, that was a bit disappointing for Rajasthan Royals. Again, we are going through same story again. That openers are giving good start and then middle order
Yeah,
isn't performing. So that's the concern for each and every team now. Don't know what about the pitches or bowling condition or any difficulties or batsman might have batsman might be facing some difficulties because there is no contribution from the middle order of from most of the teams. So and it affects their scorecard too. And so the bowling team can prevent them for a low total and they can win the matches easily.
okay. First question here we go. Next question is: do you think that Rahul Tewatia, the all-rounder of the team, should be dropped for his dismal performance for after? So we are seeing Rahul Tewatia performing below average to much worse than the previous year what he has performed. So do you think that it's the time for him to get dropped from the team? And who do you think can replace him?
If they drop him, they can rope in Shreyas Gopal, their leg spinner, or else other spinner to Mayank Markande. We know him, but they are keeping Tewate as a batsman, promoting him up to the order over Morris, but still he can't find the rhythm. So that's the concern for them. He should be in the form, otherwise they can drop him. Otherwise, Morris should be promoted over him now because he's coming up to the order and not even performing. Same with Rian Parak too. So they can send the Morris up to the order. But again, as we have seen, Morris is also off form. Today he scored little bit runs, and but in the bowling section, he's totally out of form. So they need to overcome that.
Okay, second question here we go. So, but also if you see that even Riyampara also deserves to be dropped because today only except the Kohli's run out today, his contribution of the match was almost nothing. So, if Riyampara would be dropped, then who can come in his place? You are saying that Rahul, right? Shreyas Gopal will come in place of Rahul Tewatia. Then who should come in place of Riyampara to balance the squad?
Have to check the squad.
Okay.
Mm, Shivam Dube might be because an all
Oh
rounder.
man. Why they have dropped Shivam Dube? Man, he's all rounder, and also Riyampara
Yep,
means,
he was playing good in the phase one.
but suddenly they have dropped him. Yeah. So this has been
And he,
what a yeah.
he can bowl too. So like replacement might be Rian Parak to Shivam Dube.
Mhm. Yeah. Even Shivam Dube, to be honest, Shivam Dube has better batting performance as compared to Riyan Padak, and his ball he can also ball well as compared to Padak. So I think Shivam Dube is a much more perfect all rounder as compared to Riyan Padak.
Yeah.
Next question I'm coming. Next question I'm coming up is about George Caton, that debut bowler for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. So what do you think about his performance today in his debut match?
I know he is a great bowler, bowling with a perfect line and length, and he got that Avin Lewis. And also Virat Kohli also said in the post-match presentation that Garton got Evan Lewis. That was a good sign for RCB to prevent RR from scoring more runs. And he was exceptional in his debut match. What were his figures? I have to check. 3 overs 30 for 1 and that 1 wicket of well set Evan Lewis. So that was a good match for him. They should play with him, and that would be good. We have seen him bowling in the 100, so he's a good bowler. They should continue with him.
Okay. Next question I want to ask is that, according to you, who has been more efficient at the death overs for RCB? Is it Harshal Patel or is it Mohammad Siraj? What do you think?
Harshal Patel, because he is in the great rhythm, bowling perfect line and length, and the slower ones, as we have seen in the last match, how he tricked those slower ones and got the hat trick. Today, 3 wickets in an over, bowling good Yorker lengths, deliveries. So it is more helpful for them to so that they can prevent runs in death overs. And he isn't leaking any runs and picking wickets to purple cap holder. So and he's in a great form. So I feel he would be more effective in the death overs.
Also, we are knowing that even Harsha Patel is among the race, has a chance to break the record of Dwayne Bravo's highest wicket taker in a particular set. Bravo has 32 wickets and Harsha Patel currently has 26 wickets. He has tied with Imran Tahir's record of 26 wickets in 2019. So let's see whether he can break the record or not. So do you think he can break the record?
Yes, looking at his form, he can pick more wickets and he can break the record. Let's see what happens.
Okay. So it's expected that we can see Harsha Patel and Bravo. Okay, next question coming up is that, do you think that Ocean Thomas of West Indies should be given a chance for the bowling Rajasthan Royals, as we have seen that bowling is completely out of fire? And so do you think can be brought in for the team in order to bring more energy?
Someone else picked wickets too, so they can bring him. Have to merge, I guess, 2 parts.
ठीक है काट कर देंगे नहीं तो okay so I was asking that, so do you think Sarfaraz Ahmed deserves to be playing in RCB playing 11 for the upcoming matches?
Yes, he should. They should give him more chances as he can pick wickets in the middle overs too and can provide some contribution through bat too, as we have seen that in the phase 1 how he single-handedly took wickets against SRH and gave RCB a easy win. So they should play with him.
Okay. So first innings question you have completely cracked it nicely. Now, so let's play around currently. Can you sing before going for the second innings? I have prepared questions for the second innings after seeing the match, so I will ask you later on. But let's start with the segment, the IPL quiz. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that the quiz that you played, you scored two out of 5 previous time, and also Shidanshu also scored the same 2 out of 5. But Somo also didn't participate currently. But let's see what you perform. So today is the quiz, and let's start for the IPL quiz. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
Oh, yes. The first question is, which airline was signed up as the official umpire partner for the IPL series? Of umpire partner. First, airline? Your option are Jet Airways, Kingfisher Airlines, SpiceJet.
Kingfisher.
Absolutely right answer. You are playing first of all. Grade 6 in the first one. Okay, it's easier, I think. Which broadcasting company secured the broadcasting rights of the Indian Premier League for the from the first options? Sony Entertainment and World Sport Group, ESPN Star, ABC, Time Warner.
Can you repeat the question? Due to network issue, I wasn't able to hear it.
Okay. Which broadcasting company secured the broadcasting rights of the Indian Premier League? Option 1, Sony and World Sport Group. Option 2, ESPN Star. Option C, ABC, Time Warner.
Option B.
ESPN. Okay.
ESPN and Star, na, you were saying.
Yeah, ESPN Star. Let's see. Submitting the answer, and the answer is Sony Entertainment. Man, Sony used to broadcast, to be honest.
Yep, I thought, but I gave Star Sports because now earlier I knew that Sony was broadcasting.
Yeah, earlier there was no Star Sports. It was only Star Cricket at the time. Yeah. Okay. Which property developer owned the title sponsor of the IPL tournament? Okay. Option A, DLF Group. Option B, Unitech. Option C, India Bulls. DLF, let's see. Correct answer. Your second one correct. What is the approximate value of the IPL brand? Whole value of this IPL. I'm giving you the options. $2 billion, $1 billion, $4.1 billion.
$4.1 billion.
Okay, that's it. Correct answer, $4.1 billion. And I remember so much value. Oh my God. Okay. Ultratech is the official team sponsor of which IPL team? Delhi Capitals, Rajasthan Royals, or Kings 11 Punjab?
Ultratech.
No, it is not currently not, but it used to be a sponsor of one team. Which team it is? Delhi Royals or Kings 11? It's Punjab Kings.
Rajasthan Royals.
Yeah, you have got it right, Ellen. You are almost only left, I think, one.
I remember that blue jersey with that sponsor.
Okay. IPL was the first sporting event to be broadcasted live in which popular video sharing website? Your options are MetaTube, TomTube, YouTube.
What was the first option?
Which one?
A1. First.
MetaTube, TomTube, and YouTube.
MetaTube?
No, man, it's YouTube. IPL was broadcast in 2010 in YouTube only. So shocking. Where was the first IPL match played in India? Your options are Bombay, that is Mumbai, Bangalore, and Nagpur. Which one?
Bengaluru.
There we go. And it's officially the correct answer. Next question is, which country hosted the Which country hosted the IPL second edition? England, South Africa, Sri Lanka.
South Africa, 2009.
Yeah, it's easier. Last two questions left. Let's see. It's also easy. Which team won the IPL tournament in 2009? Deccan Chargers, Chennai Super Kings, or Rajasthan Royals?
Deccan Chargers.
Obviously,
easy one.
It's obviously correct. this year. Rohit Sharma was in that team. Okay. Last question coming up right now. Let's see whether you can do. Oh, this I will not ask this question. This question. Okay, I will be asking you another question. Okay. Which player? Which player is currently holds the fifth position in the orange cap currently? Fifth position in the orange cap right now. I will not give you option for this. Easy actually.
Virat Kohli.
No man. Okay, I'm giving you some clues. He has been playing for his nation once only currently, and he's having a great captain who has guided him. Okay, I'm giving another more easier. So this man, what do I say? This man debuted in Sri Lanka.
Okay. Glenn Maxwell.
Bro, Maxwell has played one time for his nation.
Okay.
He debuted in 2021.
Oh, Ruturaj Gaikwad.
Yeah. Okay. After a long time. So you have got 6 or 7 correct and 3 or 4 wrong. Let's discuss the match currently. Okay. Do you think that ABD should bat higher up in the match?
Yes, he should, but currently they are playing with Shikhar Bharata and he's doing good at number 3, and then Maxwell, he's in red hot form. So it's that might be the reason ABD is batting down the order. Otherwise, he can get a chance to be batting up the order at 4 and Maxwell at 3. If Shikhar Bharat misses out, then it would be helpful for them and dangerous for opponents. ABD batting up the order at 4.
Okay. Here you go. The first question, the second question, or second round. So, do you think there's a slot available in the RCB squad for Mohammad Azharuddin?
Yeah, as they are playing with Shikhar Bharat, they can give chances to him too. So if RCB team qualifies and still their matches are remaining, they can try him in the team. So not a bad option. So they can give him a chance to play. As now SRH is doing that, so their qualification chances are almost over. So they are giving chances to youngster, and that's a good initiative by them. So that's how youngster can experience and they can groom the youngsters very well. So that's a good initiative, I feel.
And also another problem that is affecting the Rajasthan Royals squad is that they are leaving the easy catches. As you've seen, they had left 3 catches for Lokesh Thakur in the previous encounter against the Punjab Kings, and today they also misfielded, but which ultimately leads to dismissal of Virat Kohli. But you can see that Rajasthan Royals have been very weak in that batting. So, any kind of suggestions that you can give for improving their field?
Yeah, you should try to avoid those mistakes because cash draws might be costly. They can even be costly that you will lose that match if you drop some set players catch. So he will get more momentum after that drop. So they shouldn't do that mistakes and improvise it.
Okay. Also, Yuvan Shah literally received the man of the match award. So, do you think he deserves the man of the match, or can anyone other person can be the man of the match? For example, even Adrian Lewis can also be a great choice as compared to Chahal for a man of the match. What do you think?
But Evin Lewis from the losing side, still they can give him for giving a good start. Otherwise, Maxwell could have been the contender, but they gave him because Chahal's figure today. Chahal bowled very economical, 4 overs, 18 runs given and 2 wickets. So they picked him as a man of the match. If Maxwell have picked 1 or 2 wicket, then probably he was the man of the match for today.
But
As
you can,
yesterday,
uh, but you can see that Harsha Patel has taken the 3 wickets with the last over of the match. So means I can't understand this fact that you are giving the man of the match award to a person with less wickets and you are leaving away the all-rounder performance, batting performance, and even Harsha Patel's performance. So can you please explain this man of the match award based on?
don't know on what criteria they select, but on the bowling performance, might be economical bowling or any other reasons it should be, or otherwise anything else. Chahal has did any catches?
Hmm.
Nope. Dismissing Livingston and Lomrod. Nice. So might have given him the man of the match award. Hmm.
Next is now we are coming to another segment that is tomorrow's match, the eighth place position and a one-time champion, the Sunrisers Hyderabad, taking on the top place, the three times champs, Dhoni's Chennai Super Kings. So it would be a great encounter as we have seen how SRH did come back in the last match against for what a team against Rajasthan Royals. So let's hear the prediction for our master today. So first of all, I want to ask that who is going to win the match first of all.
SRH should continue their form. I feel SRH should win.
Oh man, SRH. Yeah, to be
But
honest,
as we know that in the head-to-head, CSK has the upper hand. So SRH have to play some better like last year, so they can defeat them. And CSK is in a great form too. So it would be the challenging situation for SRH.
okay. Who is going to be the highest run scorer in this match?
Kane Williamson, because he has a good record against CSK.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And who is going to be the highest wicket taker?
Deepak Chahar.
Wow. Man, he has been expensive to be honest, but and also he has lately not been taking too much wickets as he used to be take earlier. You know, Chahar was talking for me, and even you can say Abdul Dakur. Whenever he's coming with a spell of after the 10th over, he's giving you back-to-back 2 wickets as we have seen the last 2 matches. So okay, let's see whether Deepak Chahar becomes the highest wicket taker or not. So that's a wrap for today's episode for Sports Speed. The time is close. Boom. Like, share, subscribe the channel, and don't forget to click on the notification option. Otherwise, RCB will be eliminated. Bye.
Bye.